Hello, I'm back with another video. I bet you all are surprised that I'm making another video because I usually have a tendency to disappear for a while and then not post again. I'm sorry about that. So today we're going to actually be working on this little neighborhood that I made on my island. I made it because I'd seen somebody else do that, and I really liked that idea of having kind of a neighborhood for my villagers to live in. Well, I'm getting tired of it, so part of flattening my island is going to be removing these houses, removing the sidewalk, removing just everything on that area. I got to take care of the furniture too. Also, Pashmina is new on the island. She replaced our old villager Prince. He was a villager that we didn't really necessarily choose to move in. He just kind of moved in because I forgot to play that day. So we kind of were surprised whenever we hopped onto the game and Prince was there. We were like, who is this? And then I was like, oh man, I just realized that I completely forgot to play on that day. We were needing to select a new villager to move in, so that was my bad. But he's finally moved out now. So what I'm doing here is I'm just removing the fencing. I used this type of fencing because I kind of thought the color goes well with the green grass, and I just liked the way that it had looked at the time. But the fun part about having an island and stuff on Animal Crossing is that you can change it whenever you're tired of it. So I've done island tours. I'll probably do another island tour once I'm fully done and everything is finalized. And I have the Halloween theme, and I'm hoping to keep the Halloween theme for as long as I can. Even in summer, I'll have Halloween. Has anything new happened with me? Well, I got to go to a concert recently. It was Modest Mouse, and I went with my boyfriend and his friends, and I had a really good time. It was a lot of fun. There was only one issue though. I was afraid of getting a ticket on my car or getting my car towed because my boyfriend didn't want to pay for paid parking, and I don't blame him because that's kind of ridiculous. The concert was in the city, so they charge paid parking for everything. Oh my god, it sucks. So whenever we can, we'll park in spots that don't claim paid parking or something like that. But there's always the risk of getting towed because of stuff like that. And I wanted to leave and repark my car, but the venue, like, the people at the door were like, no, you're not allowed to go. If you leave, you can't come back in. And I was so mad. I mean, the people at the door were kind of rude, to be honest. But I tried to stay polite, so I just went back to my seat, and I was just hoping that I could enjoy the concert and nothing bad would happen to my car. So that's just what I focused on, is the concert. Coming up is a Built to Spill concert, and we're going to go and try to see that one this weekend. So we're pretty hyped about that. We like going to concerts, and it's a lot of fun, and we like to listen to music and sing along and stuff like that. Now, a couple of times you're going to watch me run down to the store and either sell some stuff or go to a villager and give them a flower or something like that. That's me trying to keep, like, my inventory cleared out. Because I don't have a lot of inventory space since I had to clean out the orchard here. Also, my boyfriend decided to plant more trees because he wanted to mess with me. He likes to do that. So I'm going to be running back and forth to the stores to sell stuff. I think I actually edited out one of those trips to the stores because I just thought it would be really boring, people watching me run back and forth. And yeah, it is. I'm right. It is kind of boring to watch that. I mean, maybe it's not boring if you just like looking at my island and you want to copy or replicate some stuff on my island. Yeah, see, right now what I'm doing is I'm dumping out some items that were in the neighborhood for decoration. I'm dumping them here because I don't have a whole lot of storage space in my house. That's actually a very big problem for me. I just get a bunch of stuff and I either hoard it or I just don't use it, and then later I realize, wait, I'm not using this at all, and I sell it and get rid of it. So, what I want to do is I want to try and move a villager's house every day, like one villager a day if I can. And I told my boyfriend about this since I share an island with him. He pretty much just lets me have like full reign over this island because it is my island. But he said that he liked the idea of spreading out the villager houses again because it made it, I guess, more interesting to him. So I think today we decided to go with Rosie's house because her house was the furthest to the cliff. And when I start breaking that cliff down, I'm going to start there. So we went with Rosie, and it's cool because I don't think the villagers really mind when you move their houses. Also, if you noticed when I first sat down on the stool, I made the mistake of choosing the talk about homes option where you just remodel the homes to look pretty instead of the infrastructure option where you change the layout and stuff. That was my bad. Sometimes I get the two confused and I make the mistake of choosing the other one when I really needed this one. But yeah, we go with Rosie, and I don't think I like the spot I moved her house to be honest, but that was just me kind of moving it out of the way. I might change it again later, but I really liked this one layout that I saw somebody have where they made it look like they actually had like hills. I can't explain it. It's quite hard to explain, but like they made it look like the walkways crossed over in a certain angle. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't explain it very well. I'm mainly speaking about my younger siblings' island. They did a really good job with that island. I'm hoping maybe one of these days, if they're down for it, they can come down and we can do an island tour of their island because it looks really good. Shout out to my sibling. You're a real one. Okay, so this is the part where we're setting down Rosie's house. I realize I have to chop that tree down and get rid of it because it's in the way. And then Sahara was standing really close to me, awkwardly. I'm like, move, lady, I can't see. So, oh yeah, there's that fun controller drift again. I heard something about how they're coming out with a new Switch and they fixed the controller drift problem. Also, they were offering to take people's controllers that they bought and fix those as well. But I don't see. I got like I think it's called Candy Skull or something like that. I can't remember the brand name, but I got those controllers, so I don't know if they'd fix those if I needed them to be fixed. God, that was a lot of like word spaghetti that I'm trying to spit out in this amount of time. Another thing that I'm really excited about this year is the carnival festival thing. Like there's this really big festival that goes on in the city that's like 15 minutes away from my house. And my boyfriend and I try to go every year because we really like to go. Last year that I went, I barely had enough money and I really wanted to get skip the line tickets so I didn't have to wait too long in lines for rides. But I could barely afford it. And not to mention, they like wanted to charge $20 for parking, and my boyfriend, he's like, no. That's one thing about him. He'll never pay for parking. He will always find a parking lot somewhere else to park at for free, and I don't blame him because like that's ridiculous. Like we hate that's the one thing that we don't like about living near the city is they make you pay to park everywhere or almost everywhere. We found some pretty good spots that don't do that. Like so the festival is kind of near a bunch of retail stores, and so what we've been kind of doing is parking in those parking lots. However, last year they actually had police guarding the Walmart parking lot since it was right across the street from the festival. And I was just kind of like, wow, that's lame. We ended up parking in the Home Depot parking lot. And we walked, but it was a pretty far walk. So this year, if we do go to the festival, we might park in a different parking lot that was closer, but not like it was next to Walmart. Yeah, that's what I remember. It was next to Walmart, and the walk from the festival to that lot was not as far as from Home Depot's lot to the festival. Hated that walk. Oh my god, I was so grumpy and like grouchy and tired and hungry. And so I was like complaining the whole time we were walking. And I really hope I didn't ruin his day. I don't think I did. I mean, we were in a really good mood at the end of the festival, so yeah, but he actually ended up moving the car closer, and when the festival was over, we left, and it wasn't that far of a walk. It was nice. Oh yeah, as I've said earlier, you'll watch me go and give flowers to villagers and stuff like that. It's because those are flowers that I had no other choice but to pick. Whether it was because flowers went in the way of a fence, or just in general I accidentally picked it and I didn't mean to. What I'm hoping for as well this year is maybe if our friends have time, they can go with us to the festival, because it's a lot of fun to go to a festival or a carnival like that with a group of friends. You know, I mean, yeah, it's fun going with my boyfriend, but if all of our friends are there, it's a lot more fun. Also, I'm trying to get out of the habit of saying and a lot whenever I record these audios, and I've actually had to delete an audio and record it like several times because of my tendency to say and So I apologize to anyone that's having to listen to this and getting like annoyed with me for saying and a lot. I think I have a very contemplative type of way of speaking about things, which is probably why I'll say that a lot, because I'm trying to fill the space or the void of quietness between my sentences and my words. So, yeah, I hope that makes sense. It probably doesn't make sense, but it made sense to me, so that's why I said it. As you can see over there, that's gonna be the site where Rosie's house is going to be moved to. And right now it's here at its original location. I think this is... Oh no, I'm still working on removing flowers in this clip. So, just trying to get rid of flowers. Also, before anyone throws a fuss about me digging up my own flowers and selling them, I promise you I have more of these flowers. I have them on another part of my island. I kind of like to keep that section where I grow multiple different types of flowers, so that when I do remodel my island and stuff like that, I can just take those flowers and use them. These are just extra flowers, so don't need to worry about it. I'm not wasting flowers, I promise. And hey, I'm selling them and making some money off of them at least. So yeah, I know I always worried that somebody would probably get annoyed or upset about that, but at the end of the day, it's my island. I may not do things like everybody else. I do them my way, and I know it's probably frustrating to watch somebody play differently than you, but everybody has different perspective on things. So that should be accepted and okay response, you know? Another thing that I always wonder and worry about is, how do people talk for 20 minutes straight on a YouTube video, especially a gaming video? Because for me, I keep having to pause I have to pause my recordings and stuff so that I can kind of think about what else I want to talk about. Yeah, I don't know how some people can just talk straight all the way through for 20 minutes, but I think maybe this is coming from the perspective of somebody who is really, really quiet and prefers to not talk the majority of the time, which I do want to make a couple of videos like that on this channel. I just don't know how people will react to it. Like, I feel like I have to talk, or people will get bored or something. I know there's a lot of people out there that like to play gaming videos in the background while they're drawing. I like to do that too. I like to do that with, his channel name now is John Wolf. I like to do that with his videos. And sometimes I'll actually sit down and watch his videos when I'm eating dinner or something. Yes, it's true. I do like to watch horror games. Like, I like watching those channels that play a lot of scary games, but I myself don't like to play scary games. I think it has to do with my anxiety and inability to work under pressure. I wish I had that ability to work really well under pressure and flawlessly do stuff, but I just don't. I get really nervous and I shut down and all that fun stuff. Also, I didn't mean to go into Tiffany's house earlier. I'm trying to get rid of the sidewalk, and I'm trying really hard to not accidentally go in the door again since that had happened. It was really frustrating, and I was like, why? Whenever I was trying to get this goal of mine accomplished. I did eventually get everything off of there. It just definitely took me a while to do it all. Sorry. There's Bashima getting in my way and giving me the stare down like she's not doing anything wrong. Sorry. I know I shouldn't complain about that, but it is very annoying whenever you're trying to do something and you're trying to clear off a sidewalk and the villager is either standing or sitting right on it and you're like, I need you to move. And they're like, I would rather die. I was thinking about recording another video today, but I've decided that all of this editing and voiceover work and stuff is actually making me quite tired. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to finish up with recording the voice work for this video and like editing and all of that fun jazz, you know, all that stuff. And then I might give myself a break or something, because YouTube for me, this channel is supposed to be just a fun channel. I don't want to get too wrapped up in trying to upload a video every single day, but I definitely don't want to disappear and just not post for months, because I don't like doing that, to be honest. You know, but life gets busy. I got a lot of things to do usually, and a lot of people counting on me, so sometimes I do disappear, and I'm sorry about that. So I don't think I've ever told anyone about this before, but I think maybe in the beginning of August, I bought myself one of those fancy new iPad things. This is coming from the perspective of somebody who was not that financially well off when they were a kid. I don't know how to phrase it because I don't want to, like, make my parents feel bad. I just know financially we struggled a lot. But this is coming from the perspective of one of the poor kids. Apple really charge too much for their products. That's a controversial statement because a lot of people that like to buy Apple products are always like, well, you're just too broke for this bougie product. Oh my god, I can't believe I said something like that. But a lot of people don't like Apple, I guess, being criticized or something, and honestly, I think that their products suck, and they charge too much money for their products. Like, I bought the iPad, that's great and all, but I think it's stupid that they want you to pay money for Procreate. And I don't know if it's $9.99 a month or if it's just a one-time payment of $9.99. But I decided to get Metabang instead because that's a program I'm used to using. I've used that program for, I think, 5 years now. So I know what I'm doing with that program. And I have no idea what I'm doing with Procreate, and I'm too scared to buy it and use it because I think it'll just go to waste if I do get that program. I mean, like, Apple, like, removed their headphone jack just so they could sell people a headphone jack. Like, I guess that's a genius idea if you're a capitalist that supports capitalism. But for those of us with actual logical thinking, that's stupid. It's not fair and it's stupid. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that'll defend that decision. And I guess you can say I'm problematic or controversial for not agreeing with Apple's prices for stuff. But it's just my opinion. Get mad. I don't care. For me, I've always used kind of Samsung products and like Windows when it came to computers and stuff. And I will admit, it feels like Windows computers, they're really hard to use sometimes. Like, I feel like I can't figure out a lot of things with Windows that I could figure out with Mac. Mac can be a little bit straightforward about doing something new or editing something. Oh my god, I think my voice just cracked. I guess if somebody asked me to make a comparison between Mac and Windows, I'd say Mac's interface is a little bit more straightforward than Windows is, but I know there's somebody out there that completely understands how to use Windows really well and will probably disagree with me, and they'll be like, no, Windows is more straightforward with their interface, they're easier to use, and this is probably coming from someone that had been using Windows almost their whole life, so, but I definitely think Apple does charge way too much for some of their products because some of their products are easy to break and suck. So yeah, that's my opinion. If anyone wanted to know what I thought about the whole Apple versus Windows type of deal thing, whatever that is, that's my opinion. I don't understand why some people will defend a company that charges too much for their products and will worship that company. I just think that's dumb. I think that's very dumb to do, and I don't agree with it. Putting my ramblings aside, right now I'm just getting rid of the flowers. It looks like I successfully got rid of the sidewalk, and so now the land looks really weird and spaced out, and my villagers are going to be like, oh, where's the pretty sidewalk and the flowers? What did you do? I removed them so I can flatten that area and move all of your houses. I also happened to realize that I haven't made a Minecraft video in a while. That world that I had. And I think part of the reason why I haven't made it is just because of the fact that it's sometimes hard to come up with ideas for a Minecraft video, for me at least. I know there's people out there that are completely like every day posting a new video of what they're doing in Minecraft and stuff like that, and I think my problem is maybe I just don't have a whole lot of ambition, so that's probably why I don't have a lot of ideas. I don't want my videos for my Minecraft series to be boring to people. That's something I actually worry about, is being boring. I really want to be entertaining, but I understand I'm not everyone's cup of tea, so maybe somebody who likes to watch gaming videos will probably want someone loud that likes to yell a lot and like really put on a show of them enjoying the game. Well, I'm a little bit more mellow, I guess. And I don't know, but from what I've seen when I watched other people play Animal Crossing is I've usually seen like somebody with a calmer type of attitude towards gaming, talking and explaining what they're doing and stuff. So I'm just kind of going off of what I see, and I guess that's kind of what I like when it comes to the Animal Crossing gamers and stuff, is because they seem to be a lot more chill, because of course a lot of them are very introverted, so it's not normal for an introverted person to put on such a big show in regards to what they're doing on a game and stuff. If anyone wanted to recommend a Animal Crossing gaming YouTuber in my comments to me, let me know, because I'm looking for more people to watch. So this channel that I have is set aside for gaming and gaming only. So any like gaming YouTubers I'm subbed to and stuff like that is gonna be through this channel. Any like comments I make is usually gonna be about a game or something like that. My other channel, it's my Bubblegum Teal channel, is at just for my art and sharing or showcasing my art, but I haven't been posting to that one in a long time. And my reason for that is just because YouTube is really discouraging to new content creators, and that's something that I've always felt was a problem with YouTube. They kind of don't care about their newcomers. But yeah, I think I've already actually made like 2 videos about that topic, so I don't want to go too far into a ramble bit about it. And yay, I finally cleared off this whole area. Now this is just me checking the area, making sure I didn't miss anything. Sometimes I miss stuff. Yay, I'm celebrating with little cute emojis and stuff. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day. Bye.